Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany, and we have a new moon in Sagittarius happening in December on the 17th for 2017. And like with all new moons, it's a wonderful time to set goals for the upcoming lunar cycle. Now you may think, what's the point, Ethany? We are about to finish the calendar year. While that is true, you still have some time, and every new moon is a chance to rebirth or renew or refresh your goals and your intentions to align them with what you want. So Mother Nature, our beautiful, blessed moon goddess as well, gives us 13 opportunities during the year. So it's never, ever, ever too late. So as always, I have a new tarot spread for you. And of course, I wanted to share a little bit about these energies of the new moon in Sagittarius and how you can work with these cosmic vibes at this time. I will swap cameras and go through the tarot spread with you all too, with a reading that is a general reading and an example. As with everything that I share, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I feel like I need to put that on a shirt or something. Anyway, random thought. So for me, I feel that there is something really lovely about this time of year. I love Yule. Yule is my favorite Sabbath on the Witch's Wheel, closely followed by Samhain, but Yule for me is my absolute favorite. It's the time of year where a lot of very fond memories of massive community events come to mind. I love language. One of my love languages, well, my top love language is gifts. And so I love people. So this is a wonderful time of year for me. And I actually am a witch who also celebrates Christmas. I grew up with Christmas and I do both, and my son will grow up with both as well. So this feeling around connecting with people, creating and sharing stories, as well as a deep desire for many of us to reflect on the year we've experienced, all aligns very much with the sign and energies of Sagittarius. Key words that go along with that are expansion and reflection. So we have a time where a lot of us want to hibernate, but we're also looking to expand, whether that is expanding our home and hearth, whether that's expanding our heart, our understanding of our spiritual journeys at this time of year, and getting ready to really do some work in preparation for a new calendar year. If you have found this year to be either challenging or a little too routine, there may be a strong pull to break free from the cycles in your life. There is nothing wrong with wanting something new, but do recognize that this could be some of the moon energy making you get itchy feet and making you want to buy that around the world ticket. Or you can just go for it. Travel's good for the soul, and I love traveling quite a lot. There is a lovely practice that you can do for this time of year, which is a practice in gratitude and reflection. You can write down your highlights, lessons, and challenges for the past year. You can look at what are you most grateful for and what made you stronger. This is a great way to leave anything unwanted in this calendar year and appreciate just how far we've all come. I know that this is something that many members of the Awakened Soul Coven speak about, is being how hard we are on ourselves, how hypercritical we are on the progress or the lack of progress that we feel that we've made in a year. When if we actually sat down and went through everything, we tend to realize we've done a lot more than we thought we have. So even just having that time to reflect is really, really powerful, and to kind of give yourself a little acknowledgement for what you've done and what you've achieved. The Archer also comes with a lot of fun energy, so take the time to do something playful and exuberant. Tick something off your bucket list. Something that I really like to do this time of year, and again, it's because I also freaking love Christmas, is I take my son to the Christmas train and Christmas adventure, like I don't know what it's called, Wonderland, here in Vancouver. We do that every year as a family. I love going to the Christmas market. They have a tree that you can walk into this year, and last year they had an amazing light maze. So those are really fun things. Not to mention I'm itching like a bitchin' witchin' to go see the new Star Wars movie. Cannot freaking wait. And so those fun things can definitely help if you've got quite a lot going on. And I know parents, I'm a mum myself, must be like, oh crap, I've got a million things to do before Christmas. But even if you can just take a little time for yourself to do something to recharge those batteries. With the wave of change that the new moon in Sagittarius brings, there are those who are going to love the fresh energy of this moon, but others, however, will struggle with their old ways of seeing things. So if people are showing signs of being judgmental and unwilling to see something from a different perspective, come to them with compassion first. I actually posted a video on my Facebook feed yesterday. I'm recording this on the 6th of December about how there's a contempt issue that's going on with very polarizing politics and very polarizing views in the world at the moment. And it's a really good video if you can go. I might try and find the link to it. But we're talking about compassion and kindness and with open-heartedness. And I really feel that me and Wonder Woman were just basically the same, except she's like way hotter than me and is a god. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, she believes that love will save the world, and I absolutely am in line with that. Call me optimistic, but I'm a lover. So with all those moon energies in mind, let's go swap cameras now and take a look at the new moon in Sagittarius spread. So remember as well, with all of my spreads that are out, you can do this at any time, any calendar new moon in Sagittarius. So if you're watching this in 2018 or 19, you can do it at that time as well. This spread looks at supporting you through your releasing outdated beliefs and holding your own inner peace during this moon cycle and this very tricky time of year. There's a song down at the bottom of the blog post for the new moon, and I do encourage you to share your spread with new moon, hashtag new moon Sagittarius Tarot on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. And if you haven't gotten my 2018 Tarot by the Moon free guide, it's 26 pages. I'll also pop that in the blog as well, and you can find it readily on my Instagram as well. So let's go have a look at this new moon and Sagittarius spread in action. Okay, so now we're going to look at the new moon in Sagittarius tarot spread in action. Today I am using the Witch's Tarot, which is a beautiful Llewellyn deck. Hasn't been arranged in a while because I don't always put my decks back in order. So I'm going to be using that for the reading today. And I'm just going to do another quick shuffle. Okay, and then I'm going to cut the deck. So our first position is, what area of my life could use some expansion? And we have the King of Pentacles. Now, for those of you who've been watching my channel for a little while, you know how much I love me the court cards. The King of Pentacles is around me. He is the master of resources. He is the master of finances, of taking care of business, of looking after all of the things that you are responsible for. So where this could use some expansion is, for me, this speaks a lot about building your business. So if you have a business, or you want to go from hobby to make it something that's your income, looking at expanding, that is a good time for this, especially in Sagittarius with all that exploration and expansion, just as an energy. If you are at work looking at maybe going after that promotion or something bigger in the new year, if you take care of things around home and hearth, it's ensuring that that's been taken care of. I know that for a lot of us here in the Northern Hemisphere, we've got the end of tax year coming up, so that's something to keep into consideration with this King of Pentacles. So just taking care of your resources and expanding if you do have the means to do so with your business plans or your career in the new year. Starting with that new moon. Where do I need to listen more is number 2. Like this, the 6 of Wands. So this is for me a victory card. It is the knight coming back from battle victorious. It does have some experience behind it, being a 6. So here, where do I need to listen more? For me, it can be like maybe we'd be getting a bit cocky. And there's nothing wrong with confidence, but when it starts to maybe get a little bit arrogant is when we feel that maybe we are too good to go back to basics, or too good for some constructive feedback or constructive criticism. So there's a lot to learn from both our failures and mistakes. So for me in this, where do I need to listen more? It could be about the team or the people that helped you get there. It could be around the journey and rather than the destination, but there's definitely a little bit of like, don't get too cocky going on there. Where do I need to speak more? Another court card, the Queen of Cups. She's my mystic, so the mystical side is being asked to be heard more. She is a heartfelt queen. She is a queen of hearts, so speaking literally, if we looked at that from a meaning and interpreting that, where do we need to speak more? We need to speak more from our heart. More compassion, more love, more speaking from a place of caring intuition, unbottling our emotions and letting people know how we feel. Let the love float around this Christmas season, I guess, is what this Sagittarius season. Yes, I'm a witch who celebrates Christmas. So is definitely what's being asked of us there, is to speak from the heart. How can I bring more fun into my life? Woohoo! Ferris wheels! Literally the first thing I thought of when I saw the Wheel of the Year, which is the wheel in this, the Wheel of Fortune in this. Play a game of Wheel of Fortune at home if you have the board game. Play some board games. I saw a Ferris wheel, so if you've got like a Ferris wheel or a carnival or a circus coming to town, do that. Go for a road trip, you know, circles or wheels. Take a drive, go skiing, snowboarding, go to the beach if you're in Australia and enjoying outdoors, go for a cycle. So this is definitely around movement, travel, and having a bit of fun. That for me is a real fun card there. And what lesson have I been learning? 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is not always the most positive card, but what the 5 of Pentacles can teach us, and I do love that we've got that little snowdrop there pushing out from the snow, which is being shown as winter being quite barren, is that we can learn how to use our resources really well at times when it's a little leaner. We can learn how to have gratitude for the things that we have. And for those of us who tend to spend a bit of money around this time of year, can learn to share it around with other people. A lot of images of the 5 of Pentacles has like the church with the people out in the snow. So charity, extending what you have to those around you. You know, I'm a constant giver to the local food bank here, and I never give them canned goods. You know, I do things like lady menstrual cycle gear, because a lot of women can't even afford that. Baby food, diapers, wipes, things that people really need, and even some fun stuff like peanut butter and maple syrup and things that they don't necessarily always get in there. So a bit of charity and a bit of helping other people in the community comes in with that too. And the lesson for the 5 of Pentacles is being appreciative and loving what you have now versus what this consumer society makes us always feel like we need more of, we need to be better, when we're pretty rad just as we are. So thank you for watching the show through of this spread. I can't wait to see what everybody else has pulled for their cards. And as always, thanks for spending time with me.